Hey Louise, welcome or welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Sets Ndlovu back again with another bonus YouTube video. Wasn't anyone. Okay, honeys, this is not a typical YouTube video. This is you helping me do my English assignment. So this time we're doing a film review of a movie called Ali. It's a 2001 film directed by Michael Manor. So, let's start here, okay? I'm going to start with my honest opinion. It is a masterpiece deserving the highest praise, okay? So, okay, I absolutely disagree with the low ratings of the Ali movie. I mean, the movie, the lighting, the film, everything stands out. I mean, who are we? So I'm gonna read a little bit of what I actually wrote. This film stands out as one of the most greatest ever made, not just because of its stellar acting, but also because of its profound exploration of one of the most world iconic and influential figures with such detail on a broad range of topics. I mean, if this isn't something interesting to watch, I don't know what it is. But yeah, so I'm gonna go through the background of the entire movie. So Ali is a 2001 film directed by Michael Manor. It is a biographic sports drama that chronicles 10 pivotal years in the life of boxing of a legendary Muhammad Ali. Okay, so guys, I'm gonna get to the first beginning of the movie. The movie captures my soul because it speaks more about fighting about race, every because Muhammad Ali is using his sports career to fight for his right as a black American. Okay, so this is a very serious struggle. I'm gonna keep on continuing to read what I actually wrote and some of the things I actually think about. Okay, so this falls under a biopic and drama genre, combining elements of sports, politics, and personal struggles. You see how I mentioned before that it speaks more about a lot of things. So the person who's basically playing Muhammad Ali is Will Smith. If I'm lying to you, Angazi, but this film is phenomenal because of he is exactly the character it needed. He plays it perfectly well. I personally sympathize with Muhammad. I felt like he was Muhammad. Honestly speaking, I even forgot that he was the famous Will Smith. I mean, his character is phenomenal. So, the plot follows as Muhammad Ali, played by Will Smith, from his 1964 title fight against Sonny Liston through his conversion to Islam. You see how religion, politics, sports, everything is combined in one, and it shows the unique struggles of the the back in the day, fights against black people, white people type of thing. It goes to a lot of movies, but I won't mention that because we're here. So this movie is phenomenal. I cannot even say the lighting. I really want to talk more about the lighting and how he literally captured everything. The director did his job because even the cast, everyone who was at the background editing the video, I mean the whole entire movie, it was incredible. The lighting, it captures when he was sad or facing something drastic in his life. You would see the lights being dimmed. I wrote it somewhere here, I can't even see it properly, but I remember how it captured my soul, especially when his friend died at the event. Everything just felt so deep and personal for him. You could tell from his face that Will Smith was the perfect example of this entire movie. These are the people we need daily. I mean, guys, I'm not gonna share anything else besides the part where his friend died because I cannot be spilling out the tea. But this is phenomenal. If you want to see the actual movie, go to it. I mean, okay, I'm gonna get through the major theme. The major theme is the resilience in the face of adversity. Ali's refusal Ali's refusal to draft into the, okay, I don't know the word, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is an Afrikaans word. I cannot pronounce it. So in the war, examples, personal integrity. He couldn't let himself down. He couldn't let himself down because of he was black. He couldn't be pinned down. He was using his voice, doing everything. Guys, this is what we need. This is what we need in a show. This is what we need. We need a character that captures our hearts. Into all of the things he did, he captured our hearts, guys. I have nothing else to say other than that. Ali remains one of the most documented figures of his time. This film captures the pivotal moments of his life, complex relationship with Malcolm X and the Nation of Islam. I mean, it's one of the greatest, and how they were both utilized to fulfill the organization's goals and ultimately discharge with no longer relevant and needed, eventually culminating in Malcolm's death. Like, guys, you see how I spoke about Malcolm's death? It was the most touching moment. One thing I didn't love about the film, it was how it first, at the beginning, I felt so lost. I felt so unseen. And I wanted to understand whether this was a sports film or was it a religious film. But in the midst of the movie, it was the most magnificent thing I've ever watched. Anyone familiar with Ali's life will appreciate how this film highlights the complexity and challenges he faced. I mean, the guy did a lot of things in his time, and he needs to be rewarded wherever he is. Ali, wherever you are, we care about you as black people. You have changed our lives, and you have used sports to be our vital to fight these wars. I mean, for my country it worked out, but for y'all it's still coming. So Muhammad Ali was one of the most influential athletes in his time, inspiring millions of athletes, combining and individuals around the globe. I mean, if you didn't see how Will Smith was like popping those fists, then I don't understand. Because I'm not gonna say much. But this movie is very complex. It's very diverse. It's very raw. It shows the rawness of life, and how life, it's like a slap in the face. It shows you what the real deal is. And if you, I mean, I'm not gonna say much. I'm just not gonna say much. So we're gonna go to the critics. So critics who fail to appreciate this masterpiece seem to have lost the context or historical awareness, and probably some critics who rate superficial films with high stars just because, Zendaya. I mean, guys, we know Zendaya, ne? Zendaya is the most perfect one. But this film, it's different. It's complex. Okay, we're gonna move on. It's getting deep in my side. I'm getting too emotional about this. So we're going to come to the camera angles. Like, tight close-up reveals emotional intensity. As I said, they captured the very rawness. I'm gonna highlight most of the topic about Malcolm's death, because that was the main thing that made me understand why Muhammad was like this. He was like this for a reason. and it showed me how he didn't take the fame and everything around him to granted. He valued the most people he was around with. So this is just a phenomenal show. It just shows how fame not only just changes people, some people it brings them closer to the people they actually care about, because he used to fear for Malcolm because he knew he was getting famous and he knew this fight between the Islam, and he was trying to make it change. So yeah, we're gonna go to the directing. The directing is magnificent. So I wrote down a little thing. Michael Mannar's directing is deliberate and immersive. He uses distinted colors, color tone, and dimming light to convey a sense of realism and gritty atmosphere of the era. I told you guys. I told you. The lighting, perfect. The casting, the music. I mean, it shows the rawness of us. It describes how black people are. It's just us, the jazz, everything combines. It's like I could literally see through his life. So yeah, that's all what I have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Please go like, subscribe, and follow all my social medias. I'll see you in the next one.
Next move, yes, better be your best. Lights on deck.